you guys, Christine from Magenta Goddess, and I came to you to pull a card for you and to talk about creation and manifestation. And I had such a beautiful birthday, and it's just continuing. And my birthday started with a phone call from my dad and ended with a phone call from my mom, and in between there were like friends and family time, and it was just really lovely. And I love the synchronicities of what my soul actually wanted, I got, right? For as be it like presence or time with like who I spent time with and everything like that. So it was really, really, really beautiful. And I saw that as well. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've wrote a post about my son winning another award at school as well. I think it was the day after my birthday even, or something like that. And he started again, and it was again something that I've visualized, right? And I hear so many parents or people be concerned about schools, and it's unnatural, and they're concerned that certain schools are not right for your kids, or there are principals that are gonna make it hard for kids, or that are not in alignment with whatever, some type of spiritual values, which really, you're setting your own values in your own life. And then there's lots of fears coming up, and while I appreciate that and I can see that, and I have moments too where I thought, I don't want my kid to go to school, I want to have him around all the time and raise him and be with him, right? I guess I couldn't quite move past that, like how do I make that happen financially and provide for us? And he also chose the school at the beginning, so he chose the school, so I sent him there, and we did try the whole homeschooling thing, but nonetheless, my point is that although there are so many opinions about certain things out there in the world, you can still create what it is that you want. So when I heard that there's going to be potentially some struggles that could happen in that school, I just set my intentions, and I intended to create what we want to live regardless, right? So it doesn't have to be we don't have to go with what we hear people say all the time, or we don't have to bend according to society's standards or what someone else thinks society's standards are. I mean, a lot of people say that whatever, you die from vaccinations, and I know this is a big one, but I'm fully vaccinated and I'm super healthy. I mean, yes, I have eczema, I've had that since I was a kid, and you could say, oh, this is because you got vaccinated. I'm like, yeah, but I was born with that kind of stuff. And I do believe in natural healing, but at the same time, I'm also not dead. I don't have, some sort of disability from it or anything like that. And none of the vaccines has made it worse. It's actually gone better as I grow older and do natural healings and things. So I think my point is that you create the life you want to live. If you believe certain things, the power of your belief and your intention setting and what you create is so much more powerful than anything else out in the world. Yeah, you can still, there are no jobs in this economy these days. I got told there are no jobs on the Sunshine Coast. It's so hard to find a job. I had 5 different jobs at some point, right? And I've never been unemployed ever since I've gotten into it. I've never been unemployed. There's no housing on the Sunshine Coast. We live right in Malulaba, really close to the beach. There's no this, there's no that. I'm like, yeah, well, if you want other people's beliefs to hold you back, then let yourself do it. But I'm just saying, you don't have to. You know best what's inside of you, what you can create, what your soul wants to live, what's good for you and your kids, and all that kind of thing, right? So there's so many different opinions, so many different beliefs, and then it also comes together and where people are at with their, with the way they were raised, with all their past life stuff, with all their childhood, with all their cultural background and everything like that. So staying true to yourself is sometimes quite challenging. It's actually easy. It is easy, but if there's a lot of opinions, and then it messes with your head, is also an invitation for you to find out what you believe, what your values are, and what you want to create, right? So always go for that. Always drop back onto your heart, listen to yourself and your soul and your intuition, and just go from there, because everything else is just a lot of noise, including your own limitations that say, I can't. I'm going through that right now. I can't take myself to that level that I want to be at. If you have the vision, you can. It's actually easy. The hardest part is literally to feel the hardship of what you're going through, that you actually want to shift to more ease. And also sometimes your brain is telling you that it's so hard to get to the next level, and so hard to step up, and it's so hard to live with more ease, and it's so hard to do more of the things that bring you joy. It's so hard to squeeze. It's like, no, it's not. It's just a fucking story. And just move past that can be the trickiest part, because once you have shifted and transformed that, it just flows. It just literally comes to you. Just like the things that came to me, like, right, all the gifts that I wanted came to me, all the way, as I said, I wanted to spend time just magically happened, and so many synchronicities, man, I forgot of them already. It's like so normal. Even things when I think, oh, I'm hungry for this, I open the fridge, I can't see it, and then I turn around and all of a sudden it's there, and I'm like, have I even bought this? I don't even think about it anymore. It's just normal that what I do want and desire is there. And it's the same when I live my life or go to work, right? I have moments where I want to work hard, and I love my job, right? And I also love working hard. May be that feminine or not feminine or whatever, but I actually enjoy that. It's like my soul knows it can do more, and it's not about working hard, but also, wanting to be better at what I do and learning more and growing and all of that, and the showing up and just doing what I love. I want to do more of what I love, which is my definition of working hard, right? I want more of that. I don't necessarily want to work because my body needs rest. I've realized that as well. But when I think about my job as a nurse assistant, I love what I do. So I also manifest in work, and be it like, for example, at work, right? Where you manifest where I want to work, often who I want to work with, or what kind of day I have. And I've stopped sometimes even questioning and tapped so much into trusting that what I feel doing or what the universe is providing is exactly what's right, that I have sometimes really, really tough days at work. And then a day or two after, or sometimes often the next day, I find it really easy. So where I end up working is not as heavily on my body sometimes, for example, right? Than other days are, or not as, it doesn't require such a high level of whatever focus or management or whatever it is, than other days do. So it's quite interesting. And I've noticed other people move through that as well. So there's not ever anything that you are given in life that you cannot handle. And I know we've been given big tasks, but your spirit is ready to face it and handle it and move through it, right? And the other thing is also in the slightly bigger picture than just at work-life balance, right? So sometimes I feel like, oh my god, I need a day in nature right now, and then I would go in nature and a friend would catch up. Like that afternoon I was like, actually I do feel like having a friend there and just having, a talk or chat, and then literally that second she drops me a message and I say, yes, let's do this, and then we walk in nature and have a chat. Or the other day I was like, I want more sauna and friendship time. My friend was like, let's have a sauna tomorrow, and it was a Tuesday, and usually we have Sunday saunas, but this time we had it on a Tuesday or Wednesday, or no, Wednesday, because Tuesday was my birthday. And on my birthday I wished for more friends time and sauna time, and then she offered one on Wednesday. So I met two of my friends, had a deep soul chat, which is what I needed, and the sauna. And I thought, this is just incredible, right? We don't need to worry, or surely we plan, and of course we want to plan and organize and stuff, but we manifest from the soul all the things, all the time, and our needs are instantly met. If that's what you believe in, and that's what you vibrate at, right? And I see it so many times, like, how did you get this tattoo so quickly? I was like, I just wasn't ready, I wanted it. And then there's like a free spot in my tattoo, what do you call it? For my, my tattoo artist has a free spot. Or like, I now met a friend that does hand poke tattoos, and he offered to, at the beginning it started with like he was practicing, but he was practicing so well on his foot there was no doubt he would mess up my piece. I was like, yeah, practice on me anytime. Right? And he said, so many people say that, but then that showed up because I was like, with so many ideas for my tattoos, how do I afford this? How do I get this all done? And then he was practicing and that happened, and I just want to tell you that you can live and manifest from flow all the time. You do anyways, but you might as well do it consciously. And when you do it consciously, you can work on certain areas. Like I have removed speeding tickets completely out of my life. I haven't had a speeding ticket in 3 years because I did the inner work on why that is. And lately I've been tapping into, because might as well, parking tickets. So I think it was like 3 months ago or 4 or 5 months ago, I had a parking ticket after thing, and something said, move your car. And I was like, no, I'm just going to have a coffee and then I'm going to go. And I don't drink coffee, it wasn't almond milk. So then I had my milk, and then I went into the car and there was this parking ticket, and I thought, Danny, and then was it like 2 or 3 weeks now, I had another parking ticket. And with what I'm going through with relationships, for example, with intimate relationships right now, I noticed this pattern of staying for too long in the wrong area, right? Because parking, there's either you stay too long in a designated area or you're parking somewhere where it's totally forbidden. And I nearly had one again this week. And I just came out. I thought, I just drop here, I get my lunch, I drive back. There's probably no way as I come out, someone was already starting to write a ticket. I'm like, is this your car? Yeah, and blah, blah. We're having a little bit of a chat. And he let me go. So I think I change the direction of having had another parking ticket right there. And that also comes from where are you standing, where are you too long in the space where you already feel like moving on from, or where are you placing yourself in inappropriate situations, right? Like this whole society is in a way a reflection of ourselves, and what we do and what we experience and what comes back is a reflection of ourselves. Of course I could say, oh, the rules society makes are totally stupid and dumb, we should be allowed to drive in whatever speed we want. Is that going to change anything? It didn't change anything in my reality, but when I reflected on, okay, speeding fines, what do they mean to me, right? Oh, am I speeding through life? Am I speeding through situations? Like, where is this coming from? And then it went all the way down into my childhood where I had speeding tickets from, and sometimes I wasn't responsible for paying them or facing that or something, right? So, because I was always kind of protected. I felt like I was overprotected from the consequences of my actions. And then I've integrated all of that in myself now as an adult, right? And I mean, I don't need to speed anymore. It doesn't bother me that I don't speed anymore. There's no need to rush, right? And maybe this is also a thing of, when I reflect on it now, actually there's a deeper truth here, rushing through life, rushing to grow up, rushing to be at a certain place in life, right? So as a kid, when I didn't have the opportunity to grow into that adult, there was always a thing of like, I want to rush there, I want to get there, I want to actually learn, I want to grow, right? Because the situation was the way it was, and I was overprotected. I didn't have the chance to grow. So as an adult, I rush, but I still don't grow because all I do is rush for the situation. But it's not going to come if you don't sit with it and integrate the lesson. And then once you integrate the lesson, there's no need to rush anymore. Knocking off here my birthday card. There's no need to rush anymore, because you have that need met that you are growing now and integrating, and with that, maturing and becoming more of an adult. So, I love this kind of stuff, and you literally can change anything. That be relationship to be more harmonious and fun, be that more parts of yourself coming up that are creative, healing all those ailments, which I'm working on now, or still working on. Speeding fines, speeding tickets, anything in life that really bothers you, attracting the wrong types of relationship and it starts to bother you and you want to change that, or creating more wealth and health and luxury in your life, or whatever it is. You can do all of that, and it's so much easier when you come from a place from within and create it, and you are conscious of what is that you need to do. There's always real, you know, being realistic. Like, we still have to manage, we still have to organize, we still have to look after things, we have to be consistent, we have to apply discipline, but discipline in a way of listening to our own heart. And that's also where a lot of joy comes in, because it's not the discipline that kind of smacks you in the butt or feels like, you know, you don't feel like a slave to it. It's more like a devotional, joyful discipline, right? Because it's for your own heart and for your own good and for your own health and happiness. Like, why wouldn't that bring joy to your life? And then it's like an up high vibe snowball from there that just spirals up. So I'm quickly going to pull a card because I feel like this last one is pretty long. I really just wanted to invite you for my 10 a.m. online manifestation workshop next Saturday. So I will attune you to the flow, where you will create all of this and so much more, and learn all the tools so that what I've just told you about, you can create on your own, right? And that puts you also into the flow of having your dreams come true. So you will always feel resourced, you will always feel like your needs are being met in that moment. And if you feel like they are not, you have all the tools on exploring why that is, where that's coming from, and going to the depths of it, so you can unplug all the weeds, so to speak, and plant new seeds, and yeah, just remove the blocks and transform them so you can keep flowing and enjoying your life on your terms. Okay, so all the cards fall out. A new dawn. Leo season has begun as well. It's very fiery, very powerful, expressive. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So know that you know what you want, intentionally move forward, right? Positive energy. So the more you focus on what it is that you do want, the better everything will become. You do believe in magic, you believe in magic. You run around complaining a lot, the universe will show you things that you can complain about, because they think they love you so much that if complaining is what you want to do, here is more of it, right? Just with the sadness in our body, being sad because my relationships never work out. Okay, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. If you be like, hey, I'm opening myself up to love, I'm worthy of meeting a devotional partner, think there he is, right? So what you focus on will manifest. And the more positive you can be about this, no matter what happens outside of you, the better the better it is. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Because if you are being really positive, but everybody around you is critical and negative and whatever, puts you down or complains a lot or sees all the negative stuff on you, you know, you can't grow, and you can't really expand and embrace it either. It's like, you want that, you need that, and then from there you can grow together. It really does make a difference what environment and what people you surround yourself with. And also, again, makes you more joyful. Why wouldn't you be surrounded by like-minded folks? Healing heart, you're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. And that's exactly what I said. Stay in your heart, be smart, stay in your heart, open it up. And sometimes I can feel the tightness, but again, it's tightness in your body. Like, feel it. What's that all about, right? Unworthiness, or needing more direction or leadership, or whatever that is in there, right? Just really feel your heart, and then you'd get to your desires. Like, I was sitting in the bathtub yesterday after work, and at the core of all of that was also the desire to move forward. And it's not just about finding the desires or the aha moments, it's also about being just with the feeling, right? And protection. You, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. And that counts for the ones that are here, the ones that have passed, the ones that are yet to come, the ones you have already met. Everybody and everything is protected and looked after and safe. And when you know that, how does it feel? To me, it feels a lot lighter in my body, because I'm releasing all that I think I'm responsible for or worrying about, right? If you feel like I'm just surrendering, I hand it over to the universe, it's all protected, everybody's looked after, that's where trust comes in. That's where joy comes in, because your heart lifts. You don't have to take on the burden of, I need to look after them, I need to protect them. No, they're probably happy anyways, and you also put the energy of worry out there, which, as I just said, gives more to worry about. So if you hand it over, you trust that everybody is safe, it's exactly what you will create. And that's also how your life will shift. So if you're in a situation now that you're worried about, and you intentionally hand that over, and you choose to trust and feel safe, and intend for them to be safe. The situation sometimes shifts. Either you're being happy and you're doing your thing, or, you know, people come back into your life, or certain people leave that you know, had to worry about. Let's say you worry about your partner because they don't eat healthy, you're afraid they die earlier, or whatever it is, right? And then you intend to feel those feelings and hand it over. Sometimes they do change, right? Or just releasing the fear changes the situation, or they shift out of your life because you don't hold these vibrations of having to worry about someone continuously, and they just leave, and you attract people that actually take care of themselves, that look after themselves, right? So that's how it works. And if you want to join my online manifestation workshop this Saturday, please send me a message and I will send you all the details. I've been doing it live online, so you can join from anywhere in the world. If you want your own personalized oracle card reading, where we're diving into what is holding you back, what you're going through, and shifting all those emotions that are in your body. I'd love to support you in this and help guide you in this. And yeah. Send me a message. My free group is available for you as well if you want to hop in there and start doing the work. There are lots of meditations in there available for you. And until next time, I shall see you soon. Lots of love.